my God. Oh my God. I can't even turn off the GoPro. Oh, why is the door locked? Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, I think we're still, yeah, we're still recording. Say hi, buddy.
Hello.
Look at my fingers. I can't actually turn off.
Gloves on.
I can't turn off the GoPro because I don't think I'd be able to feel it. Holy cranky. What are we doing right now? Okay, minus 20 Celsius. Oh, okay. What am I whining for? That's not bad. I thought it was supposed to be like minus 21. But that wind chill, oh man, my ears. I don't know why I didn't put a toque on. Hey guys, it's Jason here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the video. Today we get to check out the new Rlaarlo X12s. Now this is their 12th scale brushless buggy. And what's fun for me is that I've been getting guys into minis. For the longest time, I really had no interest in them at all. Companies would, shoot me an email, ask me if I was interested to check them out, and I really wasn't. But what's happened lately, and I don't know if it's just the fact that nothing else is changing, I've been enjoying the minis. I picked up my Mini-Maxx. I've picked up, way up there, the Savage XS Flux. And now, guys, we've got the Rlaarlo X12s. And at first glance, guys, everything I looked over online, this thing looks like an absolute monster, as well as I have checked out a few videos. And from what I can see, everybody is really liking this buggy. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start by just going over some of the box art, and then we're going to get it out and we're going to check it out. Now, guys, I'm going to do the box art pretty quickly. Right here, you can see you've got the two body styles. You've got the black, the red, and the yellow. That is the buggy I got, as well as the blue one. At one point, they had asked me which one I wanted, and I kind of was back and forth, but I did settle on the red, black, and yellow one just because it was kind of a little bit different than everything else I had. Now, when it comes to the box art, the only part that really I thought would be kind of worth time showing you guys is on this side, you've got the transmitter, which is, from what I understand, guys, a rebranded Dumbo RC transmitter, good for 350 meters. 350 meters away in a 1/12 scale buggy. I don't even think you'd see it. But over here, it does give you just a few of the specs. You've got the 28, 45, 3600 kV motor. You've got the 45 amp speed control that supports both 2 and 3S. And yes, this buggy, guys, does include a 3S 2200 milliamp battery in the box. So the only thing you're going to have to add is your AA's for the transmitter. But now let's get the buggy out of the box. All right, guys, I don't think there is a YouTuber or an RC guy in general that doesn't, when they first take out an RC, kind of just pick it up, drop it around, get a feel for the suspension. And you know what? My first thoughts, guys, is this thing does feel really nice. I am someone who does kind of enjoy something that I don't want to say is over dampened, but I do like thicker fluids in the shocks just for jumping and all that stuff. My type of driving, my type of bashing is more about jumping than handling, let's say, on a track. And this thing has a pretty nice feel to it. I can definitely say, guys, I think this thing is going to handle the jumps. Having that 2mm 6061 aluminum chassis is definitely going to help in that. But yeah, guys, this thing feels really nice. First impressions, besides from how the suspension feels, I like the way the buggy looks. And somebody else had commented on this in a video, and I'm going to do the same, is the body is all paint. And the reason I find that kind of important, guys, to mention is that even here, so back up in here in these little kind of grills, this is paint.
So you're not getting any of that curling or anything like that, because this is kind of obviously, guys, an awkward spot to put a sticker. And I'm kind of bringing that, guys, to your attention because my Savage XS, so my Von Gittin Jr. Savage XS, which I was so pumped to get, you know, after I got it out of the box, don't get me wrong, it's a great looking truck and it's going to be a good truck, but a lot of that truck is stickers. A lot of the what you think is the awesome part of that body ends up being stickers. And unfortunately for me, I've got spots where the stickers are, you know, kind of wrinkled up and stuff. Even the X12s right here, if I can get it without the glare, that's paint. That's not a sticker. Everything on here, guys, the painted kind of carbon fiber here, all paint. It's all in the body. Everything up here, everything by the body pin. So you know what? Kind of, it's one of those things that, let's face it, when you really start bashing a car, you know, all messed up, does it really matter? Well, it kind of does, because you know what? You're not going to have your stickers peeling off. You're not going to having to trim. A lot of times when I get a big sticker like this and it starts to peel, I'll just, you know, kind of trim it off as it starts to lift. So that is something that they've really done that is really nice. Now, I'm going to keep the body on, guys, just for a couple more minutes because it does look really, really good. And I just wanted to show you guys one thing here at the front. I like the way the bumper and this kind of like little nose piece sort of tie in together. The bumper is the first thing that's going to hit, but then even if you do hit this piece, it's supported by that bumper. And the bumper is just a teeny, I don't know, it's up a little higher. So your impact up here would be, let's say, the bumper. But if you were coming down off, let's say, something like a jump, and you know, you're coming in, and let's say, you know, just the way it went, you were kind of coming down a little bit nose heavy, you are going to be able to hit those front tires first, hit the throttle, bring it back down. So I like that it's set up that way. I showed that in another video lately. I can't remember what car it was, but I like the way this is all set up. The overall, guys, appearance of the Buggy, besides from the body, the green anodizing looks good. The aluminum shocks, the aluminum hinge pin carriers, all that stuff really, really ties in. I like the way the wheels and tires look. I love the yellow on the tires, and the tires have a pretty good feel to them. There's foams in there, and I wouldn't say they're overly sticky, but then at the same time, they're not hard or anything like that. So I think it's going to allow the Buggy to rip around. You're going to be able to throw it around a little bit and not necessarily be, you know, always potentially flipping the Buggy or anything like that. So I like that. Front, all your links, guys, are adjustable. So your toe links, your camber links, which is nice. You got front and rear sway bars on this little bad boy. And again, guys, I am going to get the body off. I'm going to sound, guys, like a broken record here, but it's funny lately with all the RCs that I've been getting and all the RCs I've been checking out, sometimes it's just those little simple things. And again, having the body not have any stickers on it is a huge plus for me, because I'm going to Gorilla Tape the underneath of the body just to kind of add some support to it. And you know what? Something like this should hang, it should look good for a while, because with Buggies, when you start rolling it, you're kind of, you know, bouncing off the wing and all that stuff. And yes, you can get down onto the body itself, but most of the time you kind of impact the wing, wheels and tires, and the front shock tower. And I will show you guys later in this video, I did pick up a set of, they're just kind of like little top sort of shock supports. They're kind of like little guards, so that when you do kind of impact up here, you'll hit those guards first. I've got a package of 4, but I don't really see any point of putting them on the back just because you've got the wing back here. So I'll probably just put them on the front. Now, getting to taking off the body, yes, it's 3 body clips. They do have a bit of an angle in them. I'll quickly just kind of bring one up so you guys can see that. So it does make removing them a little bit simpler. And what's nice is in the back is you do have 2 of them. So you don't have just 1 pin, so if you end up kind of ripping a hole, your body comes off. You've got 2 of them here. And you've got kind of this little sort of wing here, which will also kind of add a little bit of protection. So any impacts around here might hit this first. Now, guys, like I mentioned, you have a 45 amp speed control, good for 2 and 3S, and a 3600 kV motor. You can see on here that your motor mount is adjustable, and you've got a little bit of room here. You can see that you're going to be able to move this motor over a little bit. So if you wanted to go to a slightly bigger pinion, you're going to be able to do that. You have got a heatsink and a fan on your ESC, as well as a pretty good size heatsink, guys, on the motor. So that'll definitely help in the cooling. Nice clean wire management. I like the way this is done here, even with the on-off switch wire. It's definitely looking clean. And one thing that really I had kind of noticed earlier on when I was looking at the Buggy was just the way they have their XT60 mounted. It kind of sits in here, just keeps it, again, guys, a little bit cleaner. A few other things I want to, guys, make note of with this Buggy is that you do have a servo saver down here, so you can sort of see, if I can get you guys in there. You guys can see it. There it is right there. You got your green color right there. Your A and B blocks are aluminum. The rear ones are plastic, but I did look on Rlaarlo's website and they do have these in aluminum as an upgrade part. So my guess is this Buggy, so this 3S brushless aluminum chassis, so 2mm thick 6061 aluminum chassis and 3mm thick 7075 shock towers. This Buggy, guys, comes in right now at 170 US. Now, I think that's kind of an introductory price. I'm not sure how long that's going to be around for, but looking at this right now, there is a lot going on here for $170 US. Now, all right, guys, so we broke out the spinny thing. We've got the wheels and tires off the Buggy, and as you can see, we've got the Cow RC Moose Lick here sitting in the corner. That is because I did give the Buggy a full coating of the Moose Lick. It is now about 24 hours later from what you were watching a few seconds ago. And, well, let's just say things have sort of changed when it comes to the weather. This morning, so you are watching this Saturday morning, I'm finishing this video Saturday morning. It is now minus 17 Celsius, and it feels like minus 25 or minus 26 Celsius with the wind, which is not the greatest conditions to run an RC car. However, I do at least want to give this thing, guys, a quick rip. I looked at the weather, I looked at it for the next 7 days, and besides from Christmas and Boxing Day, there is no good weather coming. It's just cold, so we're going to venture out and run the X12s in minus 17. We're definitely not going to have any heat issues, but we're going to have every other issue because, one, guys, the plastic's going to be cold, so we're not going to be able to do any jumping. Fluids are going to thicken up very, very fast. I doubt the shocks will even work. So, again, it's not going to be a long run, guys, but we're at least going to get out and be able to blip the throttle a few times. Now, what I do want to show you guys is, on the X12S, your front and rear tires are of different sizes. So you can see over here, this one's a little bit skinnier. This one's a lot wider. This is your rear, this is your front. So when you do get out with the Buggy, or you get the Buggy and you happen to remove the tires, just remember that the skinny ones are in the front, fat ones are in the rear. But either way, let's head out into minus 17 Celsius. Again, feels like minus 26 with the wind, and give the X12S a run. Okay. Oh, bummer. All right, we're good. Let's go. Okay, I can't even touch the GoPro. My hands are too cold. Get in the truck. What?
Just get in the truck.
All right, guys, that was stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have been smarter and just stayed at home because, you know what? The body was fine. Legs were fine. Arms were fine. But my ears and my hands, that was crazy. That clip at the beginning of this video, I just put it there. So everything that you watched, the unboxing guys, all that stuff was done before I went out there. But I was laughing when I started watching back the video. So I thought I'd throw that at the beginning of the video. But for you guys, that's like 15 minutes ago. For me, it was about 30 seconds ago. But either way, Buggy definitely feels fast. You know what, guys? It's not a whole lot of fun out there right now between the cold, no traction. This thing was spinning like crazy, but you can tell that it's got good power on 3S. It's going to be very manageable power. You're going to be able to have some fun with this Buggy. And as soon as it warms up somewhat, heck, if we can get out when it's 0, -1, -2, we'll definitely take it. We'll take the ramp and we'll jump it a bit and we'll have some fun with it. But either way, guys, huge thanks to Rlaarlo for sending me out the X12s, because I'm looking forward to getting this thing out, running it with some of the other minis I have, comparing it with other trucks that I have. But I can say this, guys, just from that initial run and then looking at it, seeing the Buggy sitting here in front of me right now, they've definitely given us a lot for $170 US. Again, that's kind of an introductory price. I don't know what it'll go up to, probably somewhere in maybe the 220 range, but it's definitely, guys, right out of the box. Feels great. Body looks good. Buggy looks good. They have some optional aluminum parts that if you decide to pick up, you can get those as well. And there is, guys, a promo code in the description and a link to the Buggy when you want to check it out. But guys, as always, if you like that video, give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe and have a fantastic day and Merry Christmas. Can't even touch the GoPro, my hands are too cold. Get in the truck.